I have over 100 platinum trophies, and in today's video, we are getting the platinum trophy in one of the greatest LEGO games of all time, and that game is... Originally released in 2012 for the PlayStation 3, LEGO Batman 2 DC Superheroes is a sequel to the original LEGO Batman game. But that game doesn't have any trophies, so we don't care about that one. Anyway, there are a total of 38 trophies to collect, including the platinum. The game is rated at a 2 out of 10 for difficulty and will require approximately 20 hours to complete. So yeah, it's a pretty straightforward platinum. So jumping straight into our platinum journey, we have 15 levels that we need to complete as part of stage 1. And for completing each level, we will pop a trophy. Now, just like your standard LEGO game, after completing all the levels, we will then need to go back, unlock every character, and then finish the game off by getting all of the collectibles. And if you've played a LEGO game before, you know that there's a lot of them. So chapter 1 begins here at an award show where they are presenting the Man of the Year award in Gotham City. Lex Luthor loses the award to Bruce Wayne, however the ceremony is quickly interrupted by the Joker. The Joker presents a film on himself and how he has this laughing gas that can temporarily make people adore him. Batman and Robin then show up, and here we fight Harley Quinn, the Riddler, Two-Face and the Penguin. This first chapter basically serves as a little introduction to the game and we get used to all of Batman's and Robin's abilities. But after defeating all of the villains, the Joker then escapes on a motorboat and then we have to chase him down to an amusement park. And this completed the first chapter of the game, which also got us our very first trophy. Level complete. Theatrical pursuits. Together, Batman and Robin assemble the helicopter and then chase the Joker down. Now, the fight with the Joker is pretty straightforward and we kill him pretty much instantly and then send him to Arkham Asylum.
Where does he get these unbreakable toys? Oh, come on!
Harboring a criminal. The Joker's stay in Arkham Asylum doesn't last for very long. Lex appears and then breaks the Joker out of prison and wants to use his laughing gas to make the people like him so he can win the election. Lex and the Joker break all of the prisoners out of Arkham and then Gotham City is turned into chaos. Batman and Robin hear about the outbreak and then arrive at Arkham Asylum, and I'm not gonna lie, this was the most confusing part of the entire game. This maze absolutely made no sense and we had enemies constantly driving around on motorbikes knocking me over all the time and it just got so frustrating. But I did eventually figure out that all you needed to do was to make the cars and the motorbikes crash with the villains on it, and at the end of this we completed the mission and popped our next trophy. Arkham Asylum Antics. Commissioner Gordon tells us that all of the prisoners are accounted for except the Joker. How he escaped remains a mystery, and so Batman and Robin go into Arkham Asylum to investigate how he got out. Batman and Robin arrive at the Joker's cell and find a mysterious compound that just so happened to be in production by LexCorp. Batman believes that Lex Luthor and the Joker may be working together, however there's been a break-in at Ace Chemicals and so Batman and Robin venture over to there. Asylum Assignment. Arriving at Ace Chemicals, Batman and Robin find it completely destroyed, and then the same compound that was at Arkham Asylum is also here. Now, this level is the longest level in LEGO game history, and after getting to this little platforming bit here with the gas, unfortunately it all falls down, and even though it appears as though we're going to die, Superman comes to the rescue. Gee there. Oh dude, this chamomile tea with honey is like unbelievable.
Hi guys.
Now, after then landing on the platform that we were meant to get to, I then switched over to Superman, and then when you first fly with him, you will get your very next trophy of the game. It's a bird, it's a plane. So with the help of Superman, the group then prevent the chemical plant from blowing up. Batman then figures out that the list of chemicals that were stolen from the chemical plant could be used to make a form of kryptonite. And using the Batmobile tracker, he locates the source of where all of the kryptonite currently is. Chemical crisis. So Batman and Robin then set off and find the truck, however it is being heavily guarded by helicopters. Batman and Robin then board the truck and confront Lex and the Joker, however they are thrown off and then the Joker destroys the Batmobile. Chemical signature. Unable to continue pursuing the Joker, Batman and Robin then return to the Batcave to analyse the piece of kryptonite. But it turns out that the Joker actually hasn't made kryptonite and a weaker form of it instead. Much to Batman and Robin's surprise, the Joker actually installed a tracking device on the fake piece of kryptonite, and then they found the location of the Batcave. Lex and the Joker then destroy the Batcave and then steal all of Batman's kryptonite, which was their entire plan in the first place. Unwelcome guests. With the help of Superman, Batman then chases down Lex's ship on its way to Metropolis to try and retrieve the kryptonite. But in typical Joker fashion, when the pair tries to confront him, he pulls a lever and Batman then falls into the ocean, and of course Superman has no choice but to save him. Destination Metropolis. The pair then continue on their way to Metropolis and then arrive at Luthor Corps and then infiltrate it. Here they find that the Joker and Lex have created a kryptonite-fueled robot and are planning to emit the gas on every single person so that Lex can win the election. However, even though the robot escaped, Batman and Superman switch costumes and therefore the kryptonite had no impact on Superman, and the pair then fly out and chase after the robot. Research and development. Together the pair chase after the flying robot and destroy its gear. However, in the process, Superman is exposed to kryptonite and then they crash land in Gotham City. Down to Earth. Back in Gotham, the pair then confront the robot. However, its strength is too much and Batman and Superman must fight it from underground. The pair continue to weaken the robot and then eventually we arrive at City Hall for the start of the election. At the election, Lex uses the gas to make the citizens vote for him.
What do you think of your presidential candidate?
We love you!
However, following another fight with the robot, Superman damages its power source, which causes it to leak liquid kryptonite. Lex tries to use the deconstructor on Batman to disintegrate him. However, Robin shows up in a newly crafted Batmobile and stops the deconstructor from working. The next president. With the robot leaking kryptonite, Batman and Robin trick Lex and the Joker into following them around the city of Gotham, and this then lights up the entire city and creates a map of the Joker. Martian Manhunter, who is located in the Watchtower, can see this and contacts the Justice League, who arrive to help defeat the robot. Core instability. With all of the Justice League heroes arriving, Lex Luthor concedes defeat and decides that he is going to take out Wayne Towers in revenge. With the help of Green Lantern, the robot is defeated and then the heroes save Wayne Tower. However, Lex and the Joker emerge from the armor in power suits. Tower Defiance. And so for the last battle, the heroes unite and then take out Lex and the Joker once and for all. And with that, the city is saved, and then Batman and the DC superheroes help to rebuild the Batcave. There was just one problem though. After completing our first playthrough, we had only completed 17.3% of the entire game. Yeah, that's right, only 17.3%. And in order to get the end trophy, we need to complete the game to 100%. So we've got our work cut out for us. Because we have to find 20 red bricks, 250 gold bricks, get every single mini kit in every single level of the game, unlock every single character in the game, and also rescue all of the citizens in peril. So yeah, this is going to be an absolute grind. So before getting into the nitty gritty of the cleanup, I decided to pop 3 easy trophies straight off the bat. The first one was for completing a finishing move, Combo Hero. The second was for using the Gotham City metro stations, Subway Hero. And then finally, the last one was for testing a custom character. Test Hero. Okay, I don't know what that trophy's for. So with those out of the way, I was now ready to begin the grind for the collectibles. So the majority of the collectibles are all here in free roam in Gotham City. To start though, we need to go around and we need to activate all of the Bat computer terminals scattered around Gotham City. This clears up the map, but then also shows us the location of all of the red bricks, gold bricks, and also the characters. And so first on the list, we need to go and get the 20 red bricks. Now these red bricks actually also give us cheats or extra abilities that allow us to make the playthrough a little bit easier, so it's definitely recommended that you get these done first. They're all pretty straightforward. There will be a few little mini games that you might need to complete, but other than that, just find the 20 and then turn all of the extras on. Oh, and of course we get a trophy for doing this. Extra. Next, I then moved on to collecting all of the superheroes. Now this is recommended to go for next, as many of these superheroes will be needed in order for you to get the gold bricks, but also to be able to complete the collectibles in the levels when you play them later on. Again, this is pretty easy and straightforward. Just find where they are located on the map, and then you just have to hit them 3 times, and with invincibility on, you really shouldn't have an issue, and then you'll collect all of the superheroes. Now before unlocking them though, there are 3 specific trophies that you need to be watching out for. For the first trophy, we need to defeat Zod as Superman, Kal-El, last son of Krypton. And then for the second trophy, we need to defeat Sinestro as Green Lantern. Green Lantern's light. And then finally, the very last one, we need to defeat any Lexbot with Brainiac. Inferior machines. Now you don't have to worry if you don't get these done with the boss fight. You can just spawn each character in and kill them with the other one, and this will also still pop the trophy. And so with that out of the way, we then finally unlocked all of the bosses in the game and popped another trophy. Super villain. And then finally, to finish off our character trophies, we then had to climb to the top of Wayne Tower while riding a gorilla playing as a female character to replicate King Kong. Gorilla Thriller. And with that, all we had left to clean up here in the open world part of Gotham City was the golden bricks and all of the citizens in peril. Now this is honestly the grindiest part of the game, and you'll probably spend the majority of your time flying around the map as Superman, going around and trying to find all of the 250 gold bricks. However, until you've completed all of the levels, you won't get any trophy here, but the only one that you are likely to get is for getting 50% completion. Halfway through. So with all of the gold bricks and free roam now unlocked, I could then unlock the remaining characters, and this got me the Justice League trophy, worth for like 4 skins. Justice League, there we go. And then I was also able to complete the bonus level, and this got us the Toy Gotham trophy. Toy Gotham. Sadly though, we're not done yet. We now have to go through every single level and collect every single mini kit and save any citizen in peril that we missed in order to complete the game. Each level has 10 mini kits in them, and therefore we have 150 to get. So at this stage I really only had about 10 trophies left, but they're all going to come pretty much at the end of the game once we've got all of the collectibles. But I did manage to pop one trophy around 3/4 the way through, and that was for having 10 billion studs. The House of Luthor. So like I said, for the next 15 levels, not a whole heap happened except for me just collecting the mini kits, saving all the remaining citizens, and then getting all of the studs that I needed to achieve the superhero in each level, and after completing the last level, we managed to get 2 trophies. Superhero. My hero. With all the mini kits found, I then got the very last golden brick, and then I unlocked all of the final playable characters in the game. City Slicker. Team Building. Girl Power. The End. And with that, the game was then completed to 100%, but I still had 2 more trophies to get before getting the platinum. So remember the mini kits that we had to collect earlier in every single level? Well, they unlock 15 separate vehicles that you can drive around the map in, and in order to get the mini kit hero trophy, you need to use every single one of them. So then all I did was spawn them all in and drove around for a few seconds, and then the trophy popped. Mini kit hero. And then the very last trophy was for playing a level in co-op, and all I did was connected a second controller, played through this, and then popped my very next trophy and the platinum. Dynamic duo and complete hero. Now I haven't played many LEGO games in my time, but LEGO Batman 2 has certainly set the bar very high, and like many people let me know on stream, this game is probably one of the greatest LEGO games ever, and I'd honestly have to agree. Thanks for watching, and if you got this far in the video, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and hit subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you guys all in the next one.